Falling in love with an African scammer. The Lagos Sun beat down on Umar Juwo's internet cafe. With a wide grin, he scanned his inbox, his eyes catching the name Jane Macquine. He screamed out, "Perfect! Americans, especially the elderly, idiotic grandmas in America. Why would they think of all the fresh girls in the world? It is someone of my mother's age I would be falling in love with. Anyways, they are our easy marks." Umar, a smooth talker with a knack for accents, crafted his email. He weaved a tale of being a distant Nigerian abroad-based child, stranded after his oil mogul father's passing. He spun a sob story of needing a small sum to unlock his inheritance, a hefty amount he'd share with Jane, of course. Across the Atlantic, Jane Macquine, a retired teacher with a sharp wit, chuckled at the email. Widowed and wary, she'd seen these scams before. But this time, she decided to play along. Her email reply, brimming with broken English and dramatic tales of a near eviction, mirrored Umar's theatrics perfectly. She upped the drama, claiming she urgently needed Umar to get the inheritance to save her house too. Umar was ecstatic. This was even better. He fired off emails detailing a complex web of legal fees and international transfer charges that Jane would need to cover to access the millions. Jane, meanwhile, reveled in the absurdity. She concocted stories of frantic calls to her non-existent lawyer, Bartholomew Fitzwilliam, a name she borrowed from a dusty romance novel on her bookshelf, and the mounting pressure from her landlord, Winston, a name she picked up from a photo from a dog park website. Days turned into weeks. Umar, frustrated by the delays, pressed Jane for the fees. Jane, in turn, expressed increasing worry about Winston's menacing growls and Bartholomew Fitzwilliam's exorbitant fees. Finally exasperated, Umar demanded a hefty upfront payment to grease the wheels of the transfer. This was Jane's cue. In a dramatic email, she wrote of Bartholomew suggesting a daring alternative, sending a diplomat with the entire inheritance in cash. Umar, ever the opportunist, jumped at the bait. He sent detailed flight itineraries and diplomatic credentials, forged in a frenzy. The final straw was when Jane called Umar and began to sound so emotionally angry that Umar has never bought her a thing ever since they started their online romance. Umar, the desperado idiot of a cornman, quickly ordered an iPhone 14 Pro Max for his supposed clueless American prey, since by tomorrow all her savings will be in my hands for clubbing. So he thought to himself, laughing without pity, after all, the money for the iPhone was from another unlucky American whose credit card has been hacked. Jane's final email arrived the following day. It contained a picture of Winston, his drool dripping onto a ripped piece of paper, the eviction notice now reading, "April Fools." The elaborate email thread, detailing Umar's attempts and her hilarious countermoves, was then sent with glee to her entire email list, titled, "Falling in Love with an African Scammer." Umar, you are an idiot. You have been chatting with a fellow Nigerian based in the USA all the while, since this good old lady showed me her mail trail. You are an idiot spoiling our country's name. You are so selfish for not thinking of the level of pain you inflict on your victims. The shame was scorching. Umar, exposed and ridiculed, realized he'd been outsmarted by an elderly American woman. The internet cafe fell silent, the only sound the whirring of the fans. Defeated, Umar stared at his screen, a single lesson etched in his mind. There's no shortcut to success, and fraudulence only leads to humiliation. And obtaining money by fraud might be sending some innocent people to their early grave. Umar said to himself, I think I would have to start using my knowledge for a legit business that I and my country can be proud of. Do you think Umar can ever start a new life without cybercrime again? Please let me know your thought. Kindly comment below. Don't forget to like and share our story. We shall appreciate you subscribing to our channel and pressing the notification bell so that you can be alerted when we upload new stories. Thank you.